And it started up here at the upper left. We have the one, the only.
And that, of course, is Fruit Dealer.
Audience going crazy right now. Down
Rightfully
here
so.
at the bottom right, formerly known as Into the Rainbow, he has changed his ID. He is Hope Torture.
And I have to say, I'm a little bit excited because these are the best spots that Fruit Dealer could possibly hope for. He's as far away as you can get, and that's actually a pretty good distance away. When you're in closer positions, if he's on either side of you, then he can get into your natural extremely fast from his own natural, and that gets extremely hard to deal with. But as is, it's already looking pretty decent for Fruit Dealer as far as Delta Quadrant games go.
Yeah, definitely very far away from his opponent. He will probably be expanding here unless he does take out the destructible debris over here. Hope Torture, known for having very strong harassment. He is really good with medevacs. If you're a Zerg player and you get to the mid to late game, you've got to hang on.
Yeah, and there's a few ways you can deal with medevac harass. Of course, having your creep up everywhere so you can scout is very important. Having your Overlord space correctly is quite important. And getting a lot of Mutalisks or Infestors is going to be the best way to deal with that really mobile threat. Now, we've seen Fruit Dealer likes both of those. He likes to open mutas and go into infestors, which is fine, but there's going to be a timing in between large muta numbers and infestors having that presence that if Hope Torture takes advantage of that, it's going to be very good for our Terran player.
We do see Hope Torture going to finish the refinery and the barracks. Pretty soon we're going to see what kind of build he's actually going to go for.
That's right. And our Zerg player, Fruit Dealer, he's going to go ahead and probably get speed first.
Yeah,
but
I think so.
Sometimes he does open Roach first, and that can be a pretty interesting opening on this map. If it's close positions, he can get right over there and harass the depots at the wall, or if there's no depots at the wall, and sometimes just walk up the ramp. But it looks like he's going to go for speed.
Sending the scouting SCV, he is going to see exactly what his opponent's up to. Note he did get an extractor first. He only has one drone mining Vespian gas right now, and he is indeed, as you predicted, Artosis, going for link speed.
That's right. Now, if he gets a second queen or goes ahead and goes straight to lair, that's going to be the next interesting thing that we're going to have to watch for here. He's only mining with one drone, which makes me think he's going to pop out a second queen, but he's got to get that hatchery up first. Here's
the hatchery, and it gets planted. Meanwhile, the SCV is chased out. Obviously you didn't see the hatchery get planted. This SCV will get picked off. Meanwhile, we have the tech lab here coming up and the factory. What are your thoughts, Artosis?
Well, it's pretty standard. Not sure exactly what strategy is going to go for. Maybe Blue Flame Hellions, because that is pretty good on this map. The natural is very open, especially with the speed first build. You're not going to have your spine crawlers up by the time it gets there.
The SCV has actually managed to stay alive this entire time. I predicted it would have been picked off. So that means he did, if I can just grab the Terran structure here, spot the expansion.
That's right. Now, a second queen is being made here by Fruit Dealer. He's going to want to use the extra energy to lay down a creep tumor pretty quickly here. He's got to get his creep up. That is actually the most important thing in Zerg vs. Terran nowadays, is having good creep coverage. That is what ZVT has evolved into at this point.
Well, when you got a lot of creep everywhere, your units move so much quicker. You're going to surround your opponent a little bit faster. Hellion actually pops out. I didn't expect him to actually sneak out of there.
He's got to be careful, though.
Yeah, it's already in the orange.
Drawing the Zerglings over to his Marine.
Meanwhile, we have the second command center on the way. So this Hellion basically is going to clear all the ground out here and allow him to get an expansion up.
This is very interesting, too. He's getting siege tanks with siege mode right now. Now, this is going to allow him to do what we saw him do against Czech Prime, which is just go 3 base, huge timing push, and that is so deadly on this map.
The Hellion has managed to get inside the base, but the creep tumor was up. These links going to get over there a little bit quicker. Takes out the Hellion.
And the crowd going wild at losing that first Hellion, man. It is just electric in here.
We have a siege tank on the way now, and he is going to be upgrading siege mode to keep this expansion safe. We do see a lot of players get the orbital command before lifting, dropping that first mule here, but he will have that expansion up very soon.
Now, Fruit Dealer has got his lair already, but not doing anything with it quite yet. There we go. Starting a Spire, as you see on the production tab.
Right up here, Spire on the way. This could be pretty strong against Hope Torture's expansion build because there's a lot of area that he's going to have to defend. His buildings, as you can see, pretty spread out. Meanwhile, he's getting a second factory, so we're going to see some more mech-oriented play.
But he does have the armory up.
Oh, take a look at that.
Definitely going to have some Thors out here pretty quickly, just getting the initial siege tank or two to set up. They're going to, of course, help clear the rocks first at the expansion, but then they're going to be set up, and he's not going to be very attackable, especially if he has a couple Thors out. With a couple Thors, you can cover both mineral lines quite easily against Mutila's Harass.
Looks like he's actually going to expand to the back location. He gets this up a little bit later, but honestly, it's going to be a lot safer, at least if he gets attacked by ground.
You know, this is pretty interesting. Look at this, attacking those Zerglings, make them back up. Nice positioning by Fruit Dealer to watch everything going on and seeing what units are popping out. But, you know, this is actually very similar, in fact, almost exactly the same as what he did to Check Prime, which shows us, you know, he did the same build every game in the TVTs that we saw a couple of days ago. Against OGS and Snare. Now he's doing the same build we saw him do TVZ here. So he definitely likes to keep with the strategies he knows and likes. Yeah, that's very true. He's going to be turtling for at least a little while here. Yeah, it's funny when you look at these two guys, totally different styles. Fruit Dealer doing different stuff every game. And yeah, Hope Torture really kind of sticking with one build. This is the build I want, and I'm going to use this and practice it most and try to win with efficiency. Now we see Evolution Chamber and the Infestation Tick going up for Fruit Dealer while he takes that third base at another main. Pretty interesting. Not making a ton of mutas, but he's going to be able to probe at least a little bit with the mutas he has, despite the Thors being there. You know, if he techs straight up to Hive, that could be a pretty good move for Ultralisks.
Yeah, that could be a very strong move for Ultras, actually. And one thing about Fruit Dealer is it does seem like he wants to just stall in the mid-games. Yeah. He wants to stall out until he can get enough gas and get those Ultralisks out. 3 mutas out here. This shouldn't be too impactful, but we'll see. Yeah, look at that. The Thor just making them fly right away. But, yeah, well-placed Thors. No damage done by those mutas. And it looks like he's making the Roach Den and a Baneling Nest. So he's going to go ahead and go Infestor Tech right now. That's his plan. And it's going to be interesting to see if he can control them a little bit better than Check Prime did in the match. You know, he had a lot of Infestors too, a very similar opening by him as well. Got another expansion over here. Note the locations he's expanding it over here and up here. That means if Terran pushes one, the other expansion will at least survive. Yeah. So he's spreading himself out. Meanwhile, the Terran looks like he's going to try to secure this location pretty soon here. Or a command center, rather, actually almost complete here. By the way, guys, I do apologize. I know I sound like I have throat cancer. I just had a cold. I got to go to the doctor tomorrow. But not calling in sick today. No way. No sir. You cannot miss this match. Now, I love what we see Fruit Dealer doing here. I wish he'd spread creep a little bit more aggressively, but other than that, you know, spreading these bases out, it's going to be so hard to get attacked. And look at that, Zerglings cleaning up any scouts that Hope Torture does send out. But, you know... Scouting Marine over here is going to spot this expansion. And he knows. He sees the creep. But at the same time, Command Center landing at the natural of Hope Torture, so his economy is actually getting pretty huge at this point. Also, we have a Hive making for our Zerg player. So Hive on the way. He does have a lot of gas stocked up. He's sitting back, meanwhile taking out the destructible debris over here. And he's going to be able to expand to that gold expansion. Now look at this Evolution Chamber. He's getting melee attack. This means 100% he is going to go Ultralisk once he hits that Hive, not Broodlord. He does have the Spire, so he had either option open to him. So definitely we're going to see him rush right up to Ultras, and it's going to be off about 4 base. He doesn't really have drones at his newest expansion yet, but off 4 bases, you can get a lot of Ultras to complement your Infestors, and that's going to be a scary army. We have a drop coming over here. He is moving out. And he is going to be going for this expansion over here. So it's starting up. He is actually beginning his harassment phase, but the Muta spotted. He's just going to slow that down. Targeting the medevac. Can he get the medevac? It's huge if he does. He gets the medevac. A bunch of Marines stuck on the high ground. Totally useless right there. He's going to expand again. It's turned into a macro game. Economics is key on this map. He's going to take the gold location. I'm predicting the Terran player probably not going to expand or push out, until he's at about 160 supply, maybe even more.
Yeah, in fact, he may even want to max out before moving out, but that can be scary because as we've seen from Fruit Dealer, if you let him get a bunch of bases going, he will get like 80, 90 drones. He'll lose his first max, but the second will be almost pure ultra, and he will roll you over.
Now we see that he is also all getting Overlord speed, excuse me, and I'm expecting to see ultras pretty soon here.
Yeah, he's getting Baneling speed. He's just basically upgrading everything. He has a bunch of ultras making right now. Roach, Baneling, Ultra, Infestor, and Zergling. He is using a lot of the Zerg arsenal right now.
The Zerg just waiting to see if Terran's going to move out. He wants to counterattack if Terran pushes. It doesn't look like Hope Torture is actually going to do that, though.
No, it looks like Hope Torture is going to play very safely. Now, the maxed biomech army of, a bunch of siege tanks, Thors, and ultras are out.
Ultras are out.
But anyways, this army, it can be quite fearsome. What he's going to need to do is snap the Marines with the fungal growths, and we see a drop going over here.
He's going to try to drop again. Now, he didn't have that momentum from the previous game to get off a very effective drop. You can see the spine crawlers here, and actually an Ultralisk and Queen just sitting over here flirting with each other. I don't think this is a good idea to drop in. He doesn't know that the Ultralisk is here, though.
He can snipe anything in there, and targeting the Queen, takes the Queen out, picks it up, losing only one Marine. Decent move right there, but he does not want to lose that. Look at this, another drop over here. And fungal growth, there you go. Infester's very good against this type of harass, but he should be targeting that medevac. There we go. Going to take that out, and these Marines are going to go down.
Well, that attack was pretty much useless. Looks like he will at least get the Queen. He does get the Queen. But you need to do more harassment than that. We got another drop over here. And
he is waiting for it.
He's ready.
No, fungal growth, man.
Is he not going to do it? He's not going to fungal growth?
Gonna wait till they're all out, perhaps?
That must have been miscontrolled move there. He does fungal growth and cleans that up.
Drop those infested Terrans, take that out.
This Marine's actually still alive, by the way.
Very annoying Marine over there. All right, in the middle of the map now. It looks like it is time. Hope Torture. He is moving out. He's at 174 supply after losing those drops, which is so it was basically max. And here we go. Oh, Fruit Dealer not wasting any time. Looking like he wants to engage, but so many siege tanks.
He backs up right now. He's just trying to stall. He wants to get more Ultralisks. Meanwhile, the Marines stimmed, rush towards this expansion. I don't know if Fruit Dealer can save it in time.
Looks like he's going in the wrong direction and just targeting the hatch, maybe? Nope. And just going to go right through all this. But there's a lot of Banelings coming in here with Infestors. And bam!
Oh my god. He saves the expansion.
Beautiful moves by Fruit Dealer.
Ultralisks, by the way, small counterattack over here towards this expansion. Not that impactful, though. Humiliated medevacs, I almost called them dropships, backing off. We have a small Viking fleet. I think he might try to land and just take out this expansion. Not a bad idea at all. Meanwhile, another push going up to the top right here. He needs to get rid of one of these hatcheries, or Hope Torture's economy is going to be out of control, especially with the gold expansion now taken.
You know what's really great right now? Oh, he's attacking up this hill. Hold that thought. Some ultras up there, but he's got to bring more. Looks like these ultras going to fall very quickly to these Marines. But flanked! Look at this. Beautiful. The Infestors bungling and just surrounding everything. Oh my god, this is how you play Zerg.
The Fruit Dealer's fruit is just too good. You gotta buy it, and it's being sold this game. He's moving in from the bottom here. This might be the last chance here if the Terran try to do any damage. Sieging up at the wrong time. Meanwhile, counterattack down here at the Planetary Fortress.
Baneling's going for the SCV, so they cannot repair. Cleaning up the attack of Hope Torture. And oh my god, Fruit Dealer. He is so good.
He is so good. In fact, he might even be able to save this expansion.
Oh, I think he might. He has a lot of speedlings coming in here, and they're going to surround these Marauders. They have to be picked up. And an Ultralist on the counterattack with some roaches. Just so many Ultras out for Fruit Dealer right now.
Fruit Dealer, one of the only Zergs to make it this far in the tournament, is now dominating in a matchup I think a lot of people expected the Terran player to be dominant on, at least on this map. So he might be able to get this expansion, but I think he's just going to run him over here.
It looks like he's going to rush in here, and Hope Torture knows he's in trouble. This is one of the worst maps for Zerg, but really, Hope Torch didn't do enough damage early, and look at this. This is that Ultralisk army that Fruit Dealer is becoming so well known for.
So, I think that's going to be GG in a minute here. We're going to go into game number 2. Unbelievable.
Yeah, this is, I wonder if Hope Torture will learn from this. Such an amazing game by Fruit Dealer, but Hope Torture's got to put on more pressure early in the game.
Unbelievable. He will take out this expansion, but of course he won't have a base, so that doesn't really matter.
Nothing left here. Dropping some extra ultras, laying his own creep in there with the Overlords he brings.
Wow, he was actually that behind on mules.
Yeah,
but he actually dropped him. That's embarrassing.
They aren't going to help him right now. So many ultras. Fruit Dealer.
And these guys, it's actually probably mutiny. They're trying to fly off of this area and leave the map because you wouldn't want to be on there. In that case. GG. Over here at the upper left, or lower left, rather, excuse me, the Fruit Dealer. Whoa, so many fans for him. Down here at the bottom right, formerly known as Into the Rainbow, he is none other than Hope Torture. There we go. Got to get those timings out right.
Now, it's close positions by air. It's kind of interesting because the ground route is quite far. It's going to make Mutalisks a really great choice, and it could make something like a Banshee Rush very effective, but that is not really the style that we've seen so far out of Hope Torture, so I don't expect to see anything like that. But I would definitely like to see a Mutalisk opening by Fruit Dealer here.
As you can see, they're just at a vision of each other. Interesting scouting path. We normally see Zergs come from right here and spot. And I don't know if you guys are picking up the sound of the audience here in my headphones, but it is like the building is actually shaking. It is so crazy down here. It's so awesome. Here comes the drone. Going to expand.
Yep, he's going to go ahead and take a hatchery first. Now, this is pretty cool. If you go hatchery first and you skimp on the ling speed, you can actually get Mutas out to stop the tank drop. So if that's what he ends up doing, but again, that's quite risky because without ling speed, you really don't have anything to stop other early attacks. So there's a lot of gambles that could take place here.
Gambling, of course, illegal in Korea, so these guys are quite risky.
More risky than we even thought.
Scouting drone here. Now, he actually got his Overlord over here. He's not going to use the Overlord to scout. He needs to get position over here and see if the Terran's going to expand. So he's going to send a drone out. And this is an interesting path he's actually going here.
Yeah, he actually...
Does he actually not know?
Yeah.
He actually doesn't know. Oh, my God. This is so bad.
He didn't see any buildings as he went over. I thought he saw the SCV go by, though, which would give it away.
Well, he just clearly wasn't looking, so this is going to be awkward. This might mess up the build order that is planned out here from the Terran. So he's going to go up here. He probably assumes the Terran's actually north.
Yeah, we'll see with where he sends this drone next. Now the hatchery is up. Will he make single queen or double queen? Throwing up that spine crawler right away. The Marine's on the way. He's got a lot of Zerglings making, though. Starting his first queen now at the natural expansion.
Looks like he just wanted to feign pressure. Force the Zerg to make some extra Zerglings instead of drones early on.
Which is a great move, a very high-level move. As long as he's making Zerglings, he's not spending that money on drones, and that affects the economy hugely. But there's a lot of Zerglings out. No walling up right now for Hope Torture. This actually could be pretty dangerous.
So he's sending the links. Looks like he's going to try to kind of MacGyver a wall in over here.
Last second
He does
wall.
get it up. Very nice save.
Now, pretty interesting. A Tech Lab's going up on both the barracks and on the factory. So we definitely could see a tank drop. And there's a lot of things we could see. We see Banshees. Tanks is being made out of the factory.
You know, one thing about this Tech Lab is he might have just made that to block the
that's
lanes,
quite true.
so that might actually not. But then again, you know what? He could just get a Banshee. I mean, it's pretty convenient to swap right now.
Yeah.
Is he going to do it?
I think we're going to see a drop ship and a tank drop. That's my best guess. And sadly for Fruit Dealer, his layer is not even half done.
dropship on the way. This is very hard for Zerg to stop. If they get the tanks up in this region, just like in StarCraft 1, it's a nightmare.
Now, there's a few tactics you can use. You can throw some spine crawlers at the ledge, spot with the overlords, and stall a lot. You can actually stall for quite a long time. But with siege mode, they actually deal damage so fast that you should eventually lose the hatchery if the Terran executes this correctly.
He's going to have another queen out here. Just larva injecting, fruit dealer, very good at just getting as many drones out as possible. We'll take a look-see, though. This could be bad.
Yes, it definitely could. And loading 2 SCVs as opposed to the siege tank, this is kind of interesting because he could have done this a long time ago. You wait till the siege tank was almost done. So this is actually a very indecisive move here by Hope Torture.
Hope Torture's going over here. Will the fruit dealer have the necessary fruit to deal his way out of this situation? Only time will tell. It's hard to say.
But the Spire, it is being made, and I think he may make some missile turrets here.
Yep.
He does not want Mutas to be able to clear this. And here come those spines.
Take very long to root themselves, but I think this one should at least be in range.
Yep, it is in range. He's going to have to move that siege tank back, but he has SCV to repair it. Picks it up. Nice move there. And, oh, very good. Look at this. 3 queens hitting that turret, teaming up. And the spine crawler's walking back. Now, see, this is how you do it. You go up, you go back, you go up, you go back. You just try to stall the siege tank from killing you while you get mutas. But, oh, look at this. He needs to move that siege tank back. This is completely crazy. He is blocking this so well right now. Oh, and will he get the dropship?
Oh my God, it lives.
That was huge. He needs to keep that dropship alive. It's very important at this point.
He is still in range of the extractor. That's going to hurt the Zerg's gas, especially if he's getting a Spire.
You know, the Spire is done. We have a lot of mutas making right now. 5 being hatched up. And only 1 missile turret so far.
He's going to go in for again. I don't know if it's going to be in range, but he doesn't want to get these missile turrets up.
He loses that SCV. That's actually quite bad as well.
Yeah.
He needs that to repair anything mutas attack. And he targets the SCV.
Nice.
Smart move. Takes out the turret. Only 1 turret left. 5 mutas can take that out. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Looks like Fruit Dealer is going to go ahead and save his...
He's also stopped a Viking. He was sending a Viking over here for support. Mutas are in the main. This main does not seem to be too terribly well defended. Once again, the Viking manages to stay alive, just like the dropship.
Gets that dropship.
I spoke too soon. He does get the injured dropship.
And there's not a lot of Marines here. But there is a Viking helping out a little bit. The turret gets up, realizes he has to run away. So now he has a bunch of damage to mutas. It's going to be harder to remove that tank on the cliff.
Expansion over here at the upper right.
Nice little hidden one. It's going to be one of the last places scouted by Hope Torture.
Now this is
He's going. Targeting the siege tank. And he gets rid of it. There's no dropship, so no problem. Awesome. Healing some of those mutas. He is just dealing with everything exceedingly well.
Normally they're called mutas, but when Fruit Dealer plays them, they're fruit flies. Just annoying the Terran's base.
Yeah.
We got drones going over to the expansion, and Terran, by the way, 1 second, does not have vision of it.
Yeah. He's not really been scouting. He doesn't have a base up, and in fact, look at this main base. He has the command center, so he's going to go ahead and expand, but it looks like he's going to go ahead and keep just 1 factory and add in a lot of biological units.
Could be going Thor Marauder here. That's quite effective. Oh, Muta's a bank in there. Pull back. This turret. Loneliest turret in the game.
It's a Nesh turret. Well, let's see. What are you doing, Fruit Dealer? What's your plan here? Ooh,
yeah, let's take a look.
Let's take a look at his upgrades he's getting. He's getting Overlord Speed and Overlord drops, as well as a Roach Warren and Baneling Nest. So that is pretty awesome. We could see Baneling drops in the mineral lines. That can be quite good against any sort of anything, man. I mean, it's just great killing SCVs with Baneling drops. But also, I think he's going to stall him out a lot with Roach drops. Looks
like we got an expansion over here at the north. So he's again expanding in regions where the Terran can't attack and kill everything in a line. Much safer than taking this expansion. Muta's down here.
Mutas. Looks like they're going to be fended off quite easily. There's plenty of missile turrets and Thors all over the place. Now we have Roach speed being upgraded as well as Baneling speed. He's just getting all his P's and Q's here, Tasteless.
Well, Terran's going to have to do something pretty quick. Terran, hold that thought. Quick drop here. He backs up. He knows the mutas are on the map.
There they are! Going after that dropship. He kills the dropship. That is very nice. The mobility of Hope Torture is being destroyed.
Okay, this is really bad for the Terran.
Yeah.
The Terran has lost momentum just like in the first game. You actually have to be so effective with your first drop in Terran versus Zerg. It's the only way to get the Zerg completely out of position. And in this case, he has had no efficacy with that.
Right now, 25 supply lead for Fruit Dealer. That is pretty awesome.
Viking, stray Viking out here on the map. He shouldn't have had it out there.
At every turn, those Mutalisks are there and eliminating whatever Hope Torture wants to do. I think even now, a player like Hope Torture is going to be rattled.
Yeah, this has to be getting under his skin. It feels like the Zerg is just everywhere and doing everything. And he's got a lot of creep, I want to point out on the map. That's very good if you're Zerg. The units are going to be very mobile. I think this is a last-ditch effort. Unless he's going to go for the gold.
Yeah, he may just siege up here. That's sometimes quite common of Terrans. To siege at the watchtower gives the tanks such vision that they can really maximize their range.
Looks like you're right. He's not going to push. He's actually going to hold his position.
I think that the best thing he could possibly do at this point is just turtle up, half-map it, and go mech, because Fruit Dealer is showing, oh, look at that. Roach is trying to do something.
We got a drop over here in the main. Baneling drop when the worker line. He did get some SCVs, not a ton. Thank God I didn't miss that. I almost missed that.
Fruit Dealer.
We got another drop. Then note, the army is in position over here. This is how you take out Terran, just like in StarCraft 1. You just wait for the Terran where his slow, immobile, but very powerful army is, and attack him where he isn't.
It's such a good move. Now, if we take a look at the unit counter real quick, we have 78 drones against 53 SCVs. So he's doing great. And the drop is now coming. Here we go. This is actually going to be huge. There's nothing there to defend. It's such a single missile turret. And Hope Torture, he cannot be happy with this. A lot of Zerglings, a lot of Roaches coming out. And this is going to annoy him severely. A lot of SCVs dying.
He's just doing so much damage. Meanwhile, another army's moving in over here. He spots the other drop.
Oh no, Hope Torture being peeled apart by Fruit Dealer, just like an orange.
Fruit Dealer taking him out right now. And he's actually going to have another attack over here.
He's going to drop on the army, engaging the main army. This is how confident he is at this point. And the Roach-based army leaning up, killing siege tanks, killing Thors, killing Marines. Fruit Dealer!
Unbelievable!
Fruit Dealer!
The Terran hasn't even taken care of this drop in the main yet. There's still Roaches killing SCVs. He's not taking out the destructible rocks over here, so it's not like he's going to be able to get an expansion.
Fruit Dealer is unbelievable. He is so good. He's got 4 bases right now, just running circles around Hope Torture.
Fruit Dealer is out of control. I don't know if the Terran's going to even stay in the game for much longer. Oh my God.
Wow.
That is a lot of Banelings.
He is morphing.
That is so
Banes.
many Banelings. That's the kind of, you can actually like right-click on a planetary fortress and blow it up.
Yeah, he's got about 35 of them right now.
This is going to be the killing blow here to an already almost dead player. His economy is in shambles. Wow. And here we go, drop. He's got Infestors out. He didn't even have to wait until Ultras.
And this style of play that Fruit Dealer does, I have not seen any other Zerg do it. He opens Muta, he gets into all this other tech suddenly.
We got a drop over here on the main.
Oh, well, looks like he will kill a little bit, but Fruit Dealer is going to get angry and counterattack. So I don't know if this is a good idea. You don't want to make Fruit Dealer angry.
You've pissed off the Fruit Dealer.
Here he comes.
He's going into the main.
A lot of siege tanks up there, but the Overlords dropping Banes all over the place. Up come the Zerglings, and here are the Infestors. What are they going to do? Oh my God, Fruit Dealer.
Expect GG any second. This game is over. Terran doesn't have a snowball's chance in hell of coming back from this.
Oh, go. Infested Terrans all underneath the fungal dropships, and that is it. 2-0.
On the map, Kulos Ravine down here at the bottom right. We have our Zerg player, the Fruit Dealer. That's cool. For the Fruit Dealer. I don't know if you guys can hear the cheers, but people are going crazy. People actually did bring fruit like I asked them to, by the way.
Yeah.
Down here at the bottom left, we have Hope Torture.
Now, one quick thing I would like to point out is this Overlord. Notice how it's floating to the left. Now, if you are one of the 7 Zerg players that has not X'd off Kulos Ravine in your map pool, always scout to the left or right with your Overlord versus Terran, because it gets over the ledge at their choke point before a Marine is out.
Really?
Yes, so that is very important. It's like a free scout to that position if they're there. Otherwise, you can't get that Overlord there because the Marines will be out and just catch him.
That is very interesting. Looks like our Terran player going to go for Bear. Oh, no, that's not Barracks first, excuse me. Going for a Barracks, but at the entrance.
Now, I'm excited to see if Hope Torture is just going to do the same thing he's been doing. A lot of harass space play. It's very good here. Ooh, hatchery
wait a
first
minute.
at the goal.
That is risky.
Now,
this is very interesting.
Yeah, he's got a lot of cool builds on this map. Really, it's very hard to predict exactly what he's going to do because he is the only player that plays Kulos Ravine in 48 different ways, and we've only seen like 3 of those 48 so far at Tasteless.
A lot of this is going to come down to scouting. If Hope Torture is smart enough, he's going to count all the drones and say, wait a minute, you should have an extra base.
Even by the spawning pool health, he should be able to tell that something is up. And out goes that drone. In goes the SCV.
Getting his feet all sticky on that creep. So we're going to have to see. Does he go look up there? If this expansion spotted, it's going to have a way different outcome than if he manages to get away with it. And very nice. As you can see, the Overlord does get over here. Artos' prediction was correct. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, no. He builds... There is an Overlord to watch this now. If he builds a bunker, though, and the Marine just goes straight up there, I don't think that there's any way that Fruit Dealer is going to be able to stop this.
But he backs off.
He does have drones, though. He smartly sends drones right away. Those could have definitely harassed and perhaps even stopped a bunker from being made. All right, Fruit Dealer. Pretty cool.
Fruit Dealer is pretty good. He's getting a Roach Warren out now. What are your thoughts?
I think that we may see some sort of 2-base, very powerful attack come out of Fruit Dealer here. He's got to get pretty mobile. The problem is that, any sort of tank drop or something can still take out this hatchery. There is high ground above it. Yeah, that's true. And roaches aren't going to range to hit that, so you need layer tech to deal with it. Basically, I just want to see when he wants to go for his layer.
Tech Lab over here. And what is he going to get out of this? Possibly, because he doesn't think he's going to go for... Oh, no, he might actually go for a drop. He's getting a tank. He's going to do it again.
Yeah.
Now, remember, this area is pretty small.
Yeah.
If you have a spine crawler or two here...
It's going to be very hard. The ledge is much smaller than Lost Temple. It can be quite hard to take it out then.
And if Hope Torture starts to lose momentum, it's going to be disastrous. Layer on the way, halfway done.
Yeah, he's getting a well-timed layer here. And this is pretty cool. Those spine crawlers are actually going to have range of almost the whole ledge. And if he could actually spread creep around the other side, that would be the ultimate coolness, but we aren't going to see that here today.
One tank, drop ship. He's making Marines. I'm curious to see what he puts.
Okay. The Marines will snipe the Overlord that is sitting on the ledge, and he won't have any vision. You need vision in this game to shoot things that are shooting from the top of the high ground. So that, I think, is what we're going to see. Just suicide the Marines into the Overlord, and if he doesn't have another Overlord in the vicinity, it could be quite deadly.
Well, I guess he's hoping that they won't have anything else there. He gets 2 Marines and 2 SCVs. Uh-oh. I don't know if this is going to work.
Yeah, I don't know. And notice the roaches. We take a look right over here.
He does not see it.
Look at those roaches right there. They're actually sitting behind. So the area which can't be hit by the spine crawlers, the roaches are going to cover. This is actually quite brilliant. I had not thought of this till I saw the roaches sitting there.
Here he goes. He's going to drop. We have spine crawlers up here.
Now here we go. It's sieging up.
Here come the
And
roaches.
here come the roaches.
He's going to get the tank.
Beautiful move.
Nice. Saves the tank.
Wow. Wow. Just wow.
Oh, my God.
Fruit Dealer had some elaborate plans.
I don't even think Hope Torture knows what to do with his dropship now. He seems to be kind of moving it around like, huh.
Yeah, this is
too bad he can't get up here with his statue. The roaches maybe can't reach him there.
It's too high up.
It's just too high.
We only have 3 range.
Whoa.
Oh.
Got a Viking out here.
Nice. Super good Viking timing right here. And as he kills that, no vision.
He can't see up there.
That's right.
Well, we got
at the same time, Nidus Worm. Oh my God. Beautiful move right here, and a lot of speedlings coming out. SCV's coming, but he needs to kill the Nidus. The Nidus is the important thing to kill here.
There was so much attention being played over here to that we actually
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. I think it's going to be GG.
Yeah,
he did it again.
This is so awesome.
Sorry we were a little late on spotting that Nidus Worm, guys. There's so much action with the drop. Unbelievable. That's it. He's done.
Yeah,
3-0.
Crazy, but it is a best of 7.
He's giving him so much fruit. He's shoving the fruit down his throat. He's like, rah, rah, he's killing him with it. Fruit Dealer. Unbelievable. Wow. So, does anybody care if this base is gone? No. I can't even believe Hope Torture's going to stay up here. He knows he's dead.
Yeah,
he knows it's over.
He's, he's mining with mules, and looks like he wants to just bring his Vikings and his medevac over and see if he can do something. That was such a smart move.
Yeah.
I'm so impressed. And the dropship play is beginning, but so many speedlings.
This is just brutal.
Yeah, he's going to lose all his units here. Things just not going well for Hope Torture.
Yeah,
There's basically nothing left.
He does have mules, though.
Yeah, that's true. Those things are pretty good.
Well, this is essentially checkmate.
Lands his Vikings, lets him die.
I think Hope Torture might be trying to regain composure in his booth, going over, right, what am I doing wrong? And there it is, GG.
3-0.
Starting at the south location here, we have a legendary player, the Messiah of Zerg, a Fruit Dealer.
Going crazy in here for him.
So loud in here, it's just insane. Up here at the north, he was formerly known as Into the Rainbow. Changed his name to none other than Hope Torture.
All right.
And he has a lot of fans in here as well. By the way, I apologize for my voice. I have a cold. I'm going to the doctor tomorrow.
I hope you feel better soon, Tasteless.
I was not going to call in sick for this day.
Oh, no way.
No, I'm just not. It's not going to
What would I do without you, Tasteless? Without you, I am nothing.
And you can see he's actually just checking right now for proxies. Is he going to hide at barracks anywhere? There's so many locations you can hide structures around here.
Yeah. But no proxies today. By the placement of that barracks, it tells us he's going to make a factory right next to it, most likely.
Yep, right there.
But no gas yet. So, in fact, we may not be seeing that. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's very strange.
Might just throw up a second barracks there or a command center.
We're going to find out soon.
Still no gas.
Zerg decides to expand.
Nice fast expansion after scouting all the possible areas that he could have a proxy racks.
And I guess he's going to get a command center. That's the only explanation. Now, this area from here to your ramp here is such a large area. It can be very difficult to defend.
That's right.
Assuming he gets past this location here.
It's a pretty cool strategy that we're seeing here, but a very late scout here by Hope Torture. Looks like no gas yet from Fruit Dealer.
He actually wants to make the command center over here, but he's blocking from doing that.
Gonna move the barracks down there, though.
I guess he can just wall off this area over here.
Yeah, pretty easily. I like that a lot.
It's pretty smart. I like it.
The new destructible rocks, they have a lot of health, they have a lot of armor. It's going to take a while to get through there, especially as Zerg. Your Zerglings do not do a lot of damage to that. So you kind of have to get roaches up there or something, which are so slow at this point without speed. It's a very safe build that we're actually seeing here from Hope Torture.
Blizzard definitely did a great job by putting stuff like this in the game.
Oh, yeah.
And actually fixing this map, because this map was actually a nightmare when it first came out in the beta. It's so good now.
Yeah, it was pure Cheeseville, and nowadays it's actually getting a lot better. I'm definitely enjoying my games there a lot more now.
So much money on the line. Hope Torture, I mean, he's got to know that he's pretty deep underwater right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he needs to get back here. This is not just about money too. It's about your future career as a pro gamer, sponsorship, stuff like that. And Fruit Dealer, who's been an underdog for multiple phases of the tournament, just keeps proving everybody else wrong.
That's right. Now speed being researched for our Zerg player, Fruit Dealer, and a lot of barracks being made for Hope Torture. All right, he gets my seal of approval on this build order.
Yeah,
a lot better than what we've been seeing. I like just Marine Marauder play on this map because they can get quite mobile, and it's a hard force to take care of as Zerg.
SCV getting chased away. I doubt the Fruit Dealers experienced this build very much before. We haven't seen this map this opener very much on Desert Oasis.
In fact, I've never seen this on Desert Oasis yet. And there's just so many things that Terran can actually do on this map. There's a lot of different cheeses, a lot of different legit builds. It's definitely going to be something he's going to have to adjust to on the fly. But that is Fruit Dealer, man. He's very good at that.
So far, we've seen a huge change in Hope Torture's play style. I'm really liking this. This could be a much brighter day here for him.
Yeah, this is what he needs to do if he wants to go ahead and win this. He definitely needs to change his style up. Fruit Dealer's had his number all day long. And this is a really good start. He's going to make a very marine-based army. Now, obviously on this map, you almost have to go Mutalisks as Zerg. It's just so good on this map. Ooh, but take a look-see here. In the main base, we have a Baneling nest going up right away. So it seems like he has some idea of what's going on here. If he has speed Banelings, this mostly marine-based army that Hope Torture is making will not do very well at all.
It's actually pure Marine right now. He's even making Marines out of the one with the tech. This is going to be bad.
Oh my God. Where is it? I see it on the production tab. It is an infestation pit. Okay. Infestors own Marines in a way that you just don't understand, people. Even if you've seen it and played against it, they own Marines. And along with Banelings, he's not going to do any damage to Fruit Dealer here. This is amazing. You expect to see Spire. That's what Hope Torture expected. And the Marines, they are moving out. Wow. This is actually crazy.
And the travel distance is pretty long on this map.
Yeah. But with a force like this, if he opens Mutas, then this force is so fearsome, you're actually like, oh no, and you start making a lot of Zerglings. But Marines with Stim micro pretty well against Zerglings. So he's just going to get out a few Banelings, keep them on the creep, make maybe an Infestor, and it's going to be gross. It's going to be gross. It's going to be human carnage.
He's on the creep now. He stims. He's going in.
He has a very specific timing. Look at this. Here he goes. Bane's being morphed. A ton of Bane's being morphed. And look at this. He's rallying in there. There we go. And, just a few Marines left. And Fruit Dealer cleaning up this first attack. I don't know how he knows every move that Hope Torture is going to make. This is amazing that he actually opens like this against a Marine-only attack.
Well, it's so smart because this build that we're seeing here from the Terran is designed to beat a player who goes Muta. And I mean, even you said it, you're a Zerg player.
It's a perfect
people go Muta on this map. Yeah. So this counters that kind of timing push perfectly.
Completely.
Fruit Dealer.
Man. He is so amazing.
He's so good. Now he's going to take the gold base.
He is. He's even upgrading pathogen glands is what they're called. It's the plus energy to infestors. And that means that we're going to see a lot of infestors. which I do like. I love the fact that he's actually skipped mutas altogether. He says, okay, this is a muta map. That's what he's going to expect. He's going to be ready for it. I'm going to go completely not muta. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's making a lot of infestors. He's upgrading the Zerglings. He's expanding. You know, infestors aren't the most mobile units, but after defeating that many units already, that many Marines, killing that many, he's already so far ahead that it's going to be hard for Hope Torture to really do anything that is going to scare him.
We got a ton of barracks here. He does have a Thor, but look, when Zerg gets this this hatchery, well, excuse me, when this hatchery completes, Terran is going to have to attack. Mm-hmm. You cannot let the Zerg sit on the gold base in this kind of situation.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, he's going to have such a sick economy going, and you do not want Fruit Dealer to have a good economy.
No.
Now, if we take a look here, notice he's making medevacs right now. He may want to go for some sort of drop. He's either going to do a strong timing push with Thor Tank and Marines, or he's going to do a drop. Now, if we look down here in the Zerg main base, notice 2 Spine Crawlers and 2 Banelings. You know what that says, Tasis?
And an Infestor, actually, as well.
That says, yes, please drop me. I would love to.
He's completely prepared for that.
I would like 100 million won. Please drop me. Doing little scans, doesn't want to run into Burra Banelings.
Those are, of course, scans that could have been mules.
Kind of a funny little army composition here.
Looks like he might try to set up and try to shoot the extractors, maybe? No, he's actually going to occupy a gold base.
Yep. But I don't know, man. Fruit Dealer looks like he can just go ahead and take another base right now. This army is not the most mobile thing I've ever seen from Hope Torture.
It's getting Hydras.
Cool.
Expanding the creep. As you can see, he's doing a great job of that. And I got to say, Fruit Dealer's looking very strong.
And we have a drop in the main base of the Zerg.
Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. We have a drop over here, and it's in a location that's hard to spot.
That's right. And look at this. He's actually done decent damage so far, but here comes the Infestor. Bam! Bungled, but no more units clean it up quite yet, except a few more Infestors
Shoot some infested Terrans.
Oh, I love it. And popping out as well. Infested Terrans, own Terrans.
Yeah, man. They were pretty good. Oh, it's just, it bungles that and drops this over here. Man, this is unbelievable. Now Terran on the move. Terran's going to try to push. Zerg has to be prepared. He has Hydras and Lings. I don't know if Hope Torture can do this, but another excellent bungle here.
This just slows down Hope Torture. Also wastes a lot of energy on those medevacs. He's got to be careful here, though. Here come the Hydras. Hydras on creep. Very scary. And look at this. Going to engage. Doesn't want to lose all this, though. Marines and tanks, very good against Hydras still. But the right fungal growths will take out those Marines. And here comes a drop into the Terran main.
Into the Zerg's main.
Oh, yeah, into the Zerg's main with the Terran units.
And this is going to be a distraction. That's going to allow him to push
forward.
Oh,
from the low ground.
Very nice.
Awesome move there. He's going to want to pick these units up immediately. Picks them up. Time to run. Doesn't quite fungal in time.
Oh, these are the guys who got left behind. Oh! Okay. Terran trying to get into position. He's going to reinforce his army here. Meanwhile, the gold expansion is up for the Terran. Zerg expands again. But I don't know if Terran is safe in this position right here.
Yeah, this is a scary place for everyone. He's so close to attacking the Zerg, but Fruit Dealer gets so many units, and look at this.
Looks like we got a drop over here.
Looks like he wants to hit the Terran main, and there is nothing in that Terran main. So this is actually something that's going to be so deadly. But at the same time, a push coming. Is he going to push? Some Marines running in.
Bungled.
Gets bungled, but here comes the Zerg drop. Here we go. This is going to be deadly. Hope Torture in a lot of trouble here. He has almost no units anywhere near his main base.
And his other units are just still streaming down here to this point outside of his opponent's base. He has to whip. He's going to lose a lot of depots. Terran may try to just go in here and try to smash and Zerg finish him off if he can. I don't think it's going to happen.
No, he's losing everything.
All of his links over here on the tanks.
Oh, beautiful moves. And all that has to happen now is this push has to be broken. Can he break it?
This is Hope Torture's only chance is to win with this push.
Right. Targets those banelings, does a ton of damage, and beautiful fungals all over the place. Pushes back the first wave of the Zerg army, but still, there's so many hatcheries here he can reinforce. That is the strength of the Zerg.
Zerg is getting chased down now. He's
dropping a mule for repair. I like it.
Not a bad idea at all. But I don't know if it's going to matter.
Many dead hives.
He does have a ton of units over here that the Zerg has to be able to get rid of, but meanwhile, he doesn't have anything much dismayed. These are all his production facilities. You can see the Marines, the tanks trying to save it.
Right.
To save the spot.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like the gold base may be taking down the drones migrating up to that new base up north.
Bringing gold minerals as yes.
Well, this is a very interesting situation because the Zerg actually doesn't have much of an army anymore.
And back here, it looks like he is going to stabilize. Very important part of the game right there for Hope Torture.
Oh my God, it's so many spine crawlers.
Oh wow, but look down here, the Terran is moving.
Terran's edging forward.
He's got to be very careful with this army. He has to keep alive. And actually, he's got more supply right now.
Oh my God. I think you're right. But we could have a Baneling drop over here.
Wow, the Baneling drop could be very good. Running in now. Here we go. Overlords with Banelings being targeted. But he drops some out. Kills a lot of stuff right there. But the Thors live as well as the tanks. SCV's repairing. Wow, this is an amazing push by Hope Torture.
Meanwhile, the production facilities for Hope Torture are actually coming back. We actually might see one of the most insane comebacks of the entire tournament.
Yeah, this is crazy. And right now, he's got this base with all these spine crawlers also taking an island. Good usage of the drops. Both islands. Awesome moves here under the heat of the battle in this pressure-filled situation. That's exactly what he needs to do.
He's going to engage. He's getting closer.
Zergling's tank splash is going to really hurt those tanks. And Baneling's still being dropped on the tanks.
Wow, almost took out all the tanks there.
Somehow they are all still alive.
Terran's reinforcing.
Wow, this is a constant stream of reinforcements, and it looks like he is in trouble. Look at this, hatcheries going down. If he can get into the main base, all the tech will be gone for Fruit Dealer.
He moves in with some more lings.
Oh my, a ton of Zerglings, but the Marines are here to help. No more Banelings. Oh, I tell you right now, I am actually getting chills up and down my entire body, Jason.
This is unreal.
An epic comeback by Hope Torture. What a crazy game.
This is just unbelievable. I'm totally speechless that the Terran actually has come back. The Zerg still has this location as well as the islands, but he's going to lose his main.
Yeah, losing the main is actually the really painful part. It's all his tech structures. He's got his lair. I don't know, man. He's going to have to choose which tech structures to rebuild before that layer goes down and throw them somewhere safe.
All right, this is just insane.
Looks like he's scouted now all the Terran new production facilities.
I think Zerg might actually tap out.
Yeah, it's looking not very good. Nice fungals.
Yeah, very nice. Impressive play here. Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He is forcing the medevacs to be drained of energy. We have another drop over here. Oh, no, excuse me, full of drones. Oh, but he's going to take out the island expansion.
Wow, one island expansion already going down. This is going to leave him with Spine Crawler Central in the top left island.
Hope Torture tries to expand down here. Denied, however. So many Spine Crawlers here. I don't think this thing is going to get killed anytime soon.
Yeah, he's going to have to use siege tanks over there.
Now remember, Terran only has one expansion, and it is the gold. So maybe if Hope Torture can hang on.
And it looks like he's going to attack into here. Poor move. The Hydra's picking off a lot of important units right now.
Yeah, he doesn't have any more medevacs. That means his island might actually be safe.
Wow, that's actually really nice. Now, let's see here. Taking out the remaining buildings.
He did manage to get one drone over here, so he can retake the island.
But right now, it's pretty risky. Let's take a look at the supplies. Oh, a nice Hydra's coming in. The Marines with no medevacs, but they do plow through. GG, Hope Torture, showing he is not done yet.
Over here at the top center, I guess you could say, we say left side of the map, is the fruit dealer. Down here on the other side, as you can see, by the way, tons of fans here showing up to show their support. We have, formerly known as Into the Rainbow, he is now known as Hope Torture.
Now, Hope Torture likes to torture people by giving them hope. Proxy's a barracks.
Oh my God.
He knows that this map is the best map for 14 commands, 14 hatchery rather. And that is something that, of course, our Zerg player Fruit Dealer loves to do. So if he chooses to do that, this is actually going to be just a build order win. And in fact, he's getting a gas, so this might even be
It's Reaper.
Proxy Reaper.
That's very interesting. This is just, now, remember, there's going to be a small amount of time when the Zerg can spot and be like, wait a minute, uh-oh.
A lot of Zerg players don't wait for that Overlord to finish scouting because it actually doesn't get all the way across the main base before you have the minerals for the hatchery. So I think Fruit Dealer's just going to blindly expand anyways. Looks like maybe. Yeah, he does, in fact, go for the blind expansion without scouting all the way for the barracks. So of course, that barracks could be anywhere in that base.
So he's got vision over here. He goes, wait a minute, something's going on here.
Yeah, this is this could be quite bad.
Remember, in the patch, the Reaper build time was reduced.
Or increased, rather,
excuse me.
By 5 seconds, so definitely a good fix. But
He sees it.
Here we go. Oh my. What is he going to think here? What does he do? The SCV coming out. He's going to definitely want to try to make a bunker.
Is he going to cancel? No, I guess not.
I don't think he's going to cancel, and I think that might be the best choice. Let him attack that instead of his drones. That's what I would hope for.
Reaper, almost out. A second one will be made soon. There it is.
Now, no gas going out yet for our Zerg player. And also Nitro Packs going up for the Reapers. I like this. Going right to the main base. Hit some drones. That's what you want to do.
Oh, this is so bad for the
And
Zerg.
he's going to control this perfectly. If he gets surrounded by drones, it's going to be very, very bad. Good moves here by Fruit Dealer. 2 drones down. 3
It's a
drones
3.
down.
We're waiting for the Queen to come out. Lings are on the way.
Oh!
Is he going to get in? And no,
Gets away,
he escapes.
barely gets away. Only 2 hits left to the Zerglings. It's micro time, Tasteless.
It's micro time, micro wars here. These kids are micro machines, man.
I used to play with those when I was a kid.
Me too. Excuse me. He's just going to go for the hatchery here. There's nothing Fruit Dealer can really do about this, but he goes down here.
Zerglings coming down. They want to kill that SCV. Will they get it? Yes!
Yes, they get the SCV.
Oh, wow. He's going to have to send another SCV over there for sure. And this Reaper may get surrounded. No. Microed out of there. Very nice. Zerglings going for the counterattack. The Reapers have to chase. So those Zerglings, oh, they turn right around in the smoke. Beautiful move.
Oh
using
my
the
God.
smoke. That is so amazing. That is what that smoke is for. Ambush. Amazing play
I can't
here.
believe that. I cannot believe you turned around. I was positive he was just going to go for the counterattack, but that was such... Oh my God, that was
It's
so
use
high level.
of the smoke. That is something we don't see a lot yet. That is why Blizzard put in the game for moves like this.
Unbelievable. I cannot... Look, frankly, if this is rock, paper, scissors, this is supposed to be this builder that Terran's doing is just supposed to win automatically. Reaper
Roach.
chased out by a Roach.
This is so crazy.
He's going to try to intercept the Reaper here. Does he get it? Ah! And he does manage to escape, going past the utility bot, formerly known as the Automaton 2000.
It's still known as that Korean version.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Not really, but thank
Not
you.
really. So the Fruit Dealer's still in this. He did lose some drones, but he seems to be bouncing back. Remember, Terran had to sacrifice some SCVs
That's
to try to
right.
get ahead.
In fact, it's 20 drones versus 17 SCVs and a mule. But there are 2 hatcheries up and a queen. So he's going to be able to really use so many units. I mean, so many drones, rather, and get his economy way ahead. Right now, making a lot of roaches. I think he may just try for a counterattack here. And if all there is Reapers, it is going to kill.
Reapers are out. Nice positioning over here. Meanwhile, we have more drones being pumped out here. The Fruit Dealer likes his economy being strong.
Right now, let's take a look at these supplies. It's kind of scary. 44 against 27. They're way in the lead.
I cannot believe he held off that rush. That is actually so insane. You can see the Reapers jump down, try to get around. There's more roaches over here. He's sending just a ton of roaches. He's going to see if he can't just break them. Now, Reapers can outrun roaches, but they don't win in a one-on-one fight if they're forced to stand their ground.
Yeah, and now he's hitting these barracks. Luckily, the barracks has a lot of hit points, but he's got to get some SCVs up there. I can't believe he's not repairing this barracks right now. He should have been ready for this. Oh no, and the Marauder is actually blocking the SCVs from repairing.
He's going to get it.
So bad.
He could get it. Even with this one roach not attacking, he does break it down.
The Marauders, they do a really good job against roaches, but it's losing so many SCVs. Oh my. Just targeting SCVs, getting so far ahead economically speaking.
He's getting, this is such a mission success here from the Fruit Dealer. Just taking out SCVs. Meanwhile, these Reapers did not manage to do anything. I was watching them on the mini-map the whole time. Let's see if he can come back now, though. The Reapers hop up, but the Queen is there.
Taking one out.
Takes one out.
She's very protective of her baby drones.
And nope, this is denied again.
Wow, the Zerglings even have speed at this point. He's got 2 bases going very well, and in fact, adding a 3rd hatchery at his natural.
He's going to hardcore 2 base. Yeah, he's just going to try to take him out now.
Which is just a perfect choice right now. The Reaper Ass really didn't do enough.
Terran takes the island over here. That's one thing going for him.
Yeah, that's actually a very smart move. He realizes, you know what, I cannot get out there and actually expand to my normal place, so this is what I have to do.
Nice block there. He's going to go for the barracks again. I don't know if this is a wise decision by the Fruit Dealer.
It takes a lot of hits from Marauder to actually kill a Zerg.
That's true.
He's not repairing.
What?
He just assumes the Zerg will run away, and the barracks may go down.
What?
Barracks goes down again. Fruit Dealer.
Oh my God.
Are you serious?
You know, what's so funny about that is I saw him do that, and I thought, well, he should really just turn around, because the Terran could repair it. And of course, the Terran thinks, well, I can repair it, so he just needs to turn around. But then he actually called his bluff.
Yeah. Beautiful move there.
Gold Expo being taken here.
And a Spire going up.
Yep.
I don't know how you're going to deal with 3 base Spire after an opening like that, Hope Torture. There. You better do something good.
He goes up here, takes out the SCV. It's like the Terran player can never just get it started. You know what I mean? He's been so behind now.
I don't even know what his game plan is going to be from here. Turtling is going to allow Fruit Dealer to just make his Ultra Army. Maybe a Thor drop? Okay. Thor drop, decent idea right now.
Thor drop on the way. He can defend the island with this.
Now, the sad thing is the Spire is just about to finish. And when that thing finishes and a bunch of mutas pop out, he has a lot of money banked up, as we see, and starts 9 mutas. And unless 5 turrets go up at that expansion, maybe 4 plus quick repairing and a Thor, maybe 3 and a Thor, I guess would actually do it. But no, he has to prepare for this right now. These mutas are almost done. Some turrets going up, but I think the timing on them is a bit late.
Let's see here. The Zerg mutas have hatched. But actually, does the Zerg actually know? The Zerg doesn't even know about the island.
Yeah.
The island, excuse me.
But an Overlord was up there, and Thor's attacking it. I think he can put 2 and 2 together.
That's true.
And here he goes. Realize, the turret's just in time there. Hope Torture's got to counter everything that Fruit Dealer does right now. He's just going into the main base.
Mutas, just going to see if there's any holes here. And nice, takes out an SCV, delaying the command center. That's one small victory there. Meanwhile, the Zerg expanding again, a Fruit Dealer out of control.
Yeah, he is completely out of control here, man. He knows everything in this base. He just flew right through it. He knows what's going on. He knows how many units there are. He knows how likely an attack is at this point. He knows, this is just a great position for Fruit Dealer to be in.
Getting a Bane's Ling nest now.
Yeah, he's doing that thing that we were talking about, getting everything at once. He's getting drops, getting speed, getting roach speed, getting a Baneling Nest, and droning up while expanding twice. This is how you peel apart Hope Torture, everyone.
Got a lot of drones over here, almost oversaturated at the Gold Expo, so that means he's going to be able to get a ton of stuff.
Yeah, a ton of stuff, and stuff is the right word for it, too, because
he's going to get everything. Yeah. Now, he's going to fly in here once again. I think he wants to intimidate Hope Torture into stimming, and he does.
Yeah, these mutas actually don't mean a lot right now. Just do whatever you can with them. The final army is probably just going to be, you know, what we've seen already from Fruit Dealer. A lot of Ultras, a lot of Infestors, a lot of everything. But mutas, just use them for whatever you can right now. Keep Hope Torture in his base for as long as possible.
The mutas continuing to just fly around and annoy Hope Torture. The command center's on the way down here. He's going to expand again. This could be a timing where we're going to see Hope Torture attack. But then again, there's so much money on the line. He might just want to sit back and take it easy.
Yeah. He may want to do that, and I think it's a pretty good idea.
He's so ahead.
Yeah, it's his game to lose from here, really. He's up 40 supply right now. He's getting every single upgrade. There's no way he's going to be attacked. It's just life is good for the Fruit Dealer at the moment.
Life is not good for this one Marine. This is going to be bad.
And we got a drop. A lot of Banelings in here, a lot of Zerglings, and he's also got the mutas to come along if he wants.
There's no way he can save this island, I think.
Yeah, I know. He should be able to take this out, or at least the SCVs. And here come the mutas as well. Here we go. This is huge. And the Zerglings start dropping out. Here come the Banes, but we don't want the Banes running into the Thor.
Oh, the Banes going into the Thor.
Yeah, well, he does kill the Thor, so that's good. And plenty of Zerglings left over. They're going to clean up. We have some dropships going to the island. And he's already lost so much over there. At this point, I want to show everyone his supply. 178 to 102.
Oh my God. Talk about a difference.
Yeah. That is a huge difference. He's going to double the supply in a moment here after he gets some Overlords out.
Oh my God. He's actually able to get the Medivacs. Now, there's a weird situation going on here because he's kind of stuck on this island.
Yeah. From his army. This makes it so that he cannot attack the Zerg player. He can't do it.
He's got to be careful. He's got to figure out how to get this army out of here because the Fruit Dealer's getting ready for another attack.
Looking to see if he can do anything over here. Got Banes and Overlords.
Banelings dropping on there on the tanks.
Oh, wow.
Uh-oh.
This is going to be so gross. This is R-rated, everyone. If you're under 17, turn this off.
If you have children in the room, you might want to tell them to leave or cover their eyes.
Here we go. Zerglings and Banelings being dropped. Roaches coming in. Siege tanks going. The Banelings going after the Marines. Almost nothing left for Hope Torture. And I think we're about to crown our first GSL champion, Tasteless.
The greatest StarCraft player in the world, a Fruit Dealer, now goes back in there and takes out the island.
Everywhere at once. Totally wild.
I can't believe this. This is just insane.
Over 100 supply more than his opponent.
He stopped the build. He shouldn't have been able to stop. It was a build that was designed to directly counter his opponent. He stopped it. He drove the Terran all the way back into his base.
Oh, wow. Look at this. He's cleaning up, but there's nothing left, man. Oh! Hi. I'm making 39 Banelings. He's just making pure Zerglings at this point. Doesn't matter what he makes, because he is just worlds ahead, 178 to 86.
We got a big drop, though. Remember, Hope Torture came back from shambles in that last game.
That's
Maybe
right.
He's going to do it this time.
A lot of Banelings are going to have something to say about this, I think. Here they come. Infester. Oh. This also is going to be dangerous.
Here we go.
One dropship sells units in it.
Oh, my God.
Fruit Dealer. Looks like this is it. We're going to see a GG in any second. And Fruit Dealer is going to be our champion of the first GSL. Amazing, astounding, stellar Zerg play.
This guy is so good.
Undoubtedly,
he's winning with a race that nobody else can win with.
Yeah,
right now, and he's doing it. He's got unbelievable strategies, so many different styles. By the way, I guess it's his last-ditch effort, and he doesn't.
I don't think so, buddy. Goodbye Medevac, goodbye Marine. Hope Torture. He's just pulling himself together for the GG, realizing that he has been destroyed.
And this is going to be it.
Look at that fearsome army. Here we go.
Perfect balancing of units here. Wings, roaches, banelings, and festers.
Oh! Fungal Growth, GG! Fruit Dealer is our champion.
Will be remembered for the rest of the time. And here we go. The grand finals of BlizzCon is upon us.
Down here in the bottom left of Deadwing, our Zerg player makes some noise for StarTale Life. And his opponent to the north in the top left from Team Acer, it's MMA.
Not a lot of people expected these two players to be in the grand finals. Life came into BlizzCon as the rank 14 seed out of 16, and MMA was ranked number 9. Both players had difficulties even getting to BlizzCon throughout this year. MMA started the year strong. He had a very difficult midsection of 2014, but he recovered with 2 major championships, DreamHack Moscow and then WCS Season 3, and very similar was Life.
That's right. You know, it was very iffy for these guys. So they came in as underdogs. They came in as people that were just brushed aside. In fact, I believe that almost all of the professional analysts said, you know, I think both these guys are losing their first rounds. But they tried so hard. They practiced so heavily, really got into it. And you can see it's paid off in dividends.
And it is so difficult to call who's actually going to come out on top here. It's really going to come down to this. Well, every single moment, every single decision throughout this game is going to be incredibly important. And already we start to see both build orders taking shape.
Well, this is exactly what I want to see throughout the series. A pretty quick Zergling speed for Life. I mean, that's his unit, right? The speed Zergling. This is what he gets all of his success off of. The scouting, the aggression, the defense. This is his key unit. Whereas MMA, on the other hand, a more reactive Terran player, going to open with the Reaper so he can scout what's going on.
And he will need to do that considering the way that Live just played against Tasia. Incredibly aggressive and very unorthodox. That wasn't really typical Zerg play that we saw from Live. MMA, very similar to Tasia. Probably in a straight up fight is the favorite, but tricks are probably going to be the way that Life is going to edge through.
Well, one of the tricks is to play completely different from how you've played before. He was very cheesy, very aggressive and sneaky in his match against Tasia, and Life is a really smart guy. He realizes MMA was watching and studying, so I think he's going to go for some macro play here.
On Deadwing, it would be the smart choice here. A nice, large 4-player map. And the Reaper does get a Zergling kill here already, and that is a good start here for MMA to get a single Zergling kill, and he's going to try and get a second one here. This one's going to be a little bit more difficult to get. He does not want to lose a drone here.
Well, it looks like you should get another Zergling, I think. Oh, yeah. There you go. He does get a second. This is actually very nice by MMA. A lot of the times you don't even kill one Zergling with this, but some very strong micro coming out from our Terran.
And MMA here, he's moving 2 Marines south of his main base. As he's scouting at the same time with the Reap, he's going to try and catch a drone, transferring from the main base to the natural, and it looks like he's going to get one here. And MMA, a great start here. 2 Zerglings down, a drone as well. And he does have the option to poke in and scout. 2 Marines inside his main base here. Going to deny any Overlord scout as well. So he really keeps what he's doing in this game. Well, he could away from Life here, but he has chosen to throw down this starport. Maybe a little bit worried about potential Zerglings coming towards the front here.
Yeah, he definitely could be. He realizes speed could be finishing up pretty soon, and he is right about that. It is just about finishing right now, so Life will go out and scout, but you're right, Apollo. So far, MMA taking a little bit of an advantage, and this could get into Life's head a little bit. To lose 2 Zerglings and a drone to a Reaper, it's pretty uncommon for Life.
That is pretty uncommon here, but the game continues on here as we have Life at 46 applied, MMA to 39. The first couple of Hellions are coming out now, and this is where MMA is going to be able to continue his pressure with that first Reaper.
Well, he is pushing forward right now. Going to see that, in fact, this third base is making right now. The Queen's going to come out and kind of deny any harassment. Not an easy place for MMA to really harass, being on the high ground.
With MMA taking a second gas here, it really opens up his options, because you normally see the third command center come in to really push your production, your economy, and just play for the longer stages of the game here. Live's hiding Zerglings, which could give him more information on this game if he's able to get in there. But I think we may see an Armory come in. He could try to use Hellbats here for a frontal attack. There is the Armory coming in, so it looks like we are going to see that. But there is an Overlord very, very close here for Life.
And that's right. If he pokes up and sees the Armory, he's going to know all he needs to know to be able to stop this. But still, it is a very tricky push to stop.
Right.
You know, you have a couple Medivacs, a whole bunch of Hellbats, and some Marines with Stim behind that. That's a scary force indeed.
And Life is playing pretty safe overall. He's got 5 Queens. He's built a Spine Crawler in the dark here. He has no idea what MMA's doing behind this. For all he knows, this could be a third command center, a double engineering bay, and just a very long game here. Baliness coming in at a regular time here, maybe a little bit earlier than normal, should I say, actually. But
And
this push is going to come out.
He is making some Zerglings as well. It doesn't look like he's actually checked this yet, but, you know, he does know the gas is there, so he knows this is within the range of possibilities of what could occur.
Well, this push is going to happen here, Autosis. There's a lot of Hellions, and Hellions still being made here. Overlord's kind of slowing down and hopefully supply capping Life here as MMA sets up for his first decisive push of the final.
That's right, but we do have a Spine Crawler, we do have some Queens, and 20 Speedlings. So, do you think this will be enough, Apollo? Can he hold on right here?
I'm not too sure he can. The Bailey Nest is going to complete. Bailey's going to be incredibly important. MMA, transform his Hellions into Hellbats, and here we go.
Uh-oh, the Hellbat's going to start walking up this ramp right now. He is morphing some Banelings, but they may be too late. Moving forward right now is MMA into this Spine Crawler. The Queen's trying to hold their ground, but he really needs these Banelings.
Hey, the Bailey's going to connect. They need to connect here. If they do morph, he's going to have to split and well. Pretty decent connections, but not enough. There's still 3 Hellbats. There's still a lot of Marines, and this Medivac is healing these as well. A great move from MMA.
It certainly is, but he hasn't lost drones yet, so if he can kill this army off still without hurting his economy too badly, Life is still in this game. He is still working on nice transfuse on that Queen, pulling the Queen back now, still a single Hellbat pushing forward, and it looks like MMA will pick up and retreat.
Only a single drone killed there, 39 Zerglings, 5 Queens. Damage was dealt, and damage will continue. But Life has pushed the majority of this off. Actually, this drop here equals the drones from the original push, Artosis.
That's right.
But things to keep in consideration. No third command center, no engineering base. 1-1 is done. We're going to see a lot of drones coming in from Life. He is going to take a lead in this game.
You know, he did sacrifice quite a bit for such a powerful push, and for Life to hold it without really losing a lot of drones, I gotta say, I think Life is totally fine here, especially when you look at his upgrades. He's already got 1-1, he's starting Baneling speed and even +2 carapace, and that is miles ahead of where MMA is at.
All right, well, extra production coming in here for MMA. He salvages his bunkers. He thought there could be a counter-attack coming in here, but that is not the case. He's going to start to feel out this game a little bit more, because that's all he's seen was that push. Doesn't really know exactly where he is in this game, but as we can see as observers, there is a 20 supply difference here for Life, who does see that third command center about to be taken.
That's right. Those scouting Zerglings actually doing a great job for him. He understands the timing of this third base, and he can adjust accordingly. Now, he does have another hatchery on the way. No fourth base. Okay, just this second starts up his fourth base. He's already taken down the rocks. His creep spread looking okay, but not quite as good as he'd like it right now.
Well, MMA does have a drop on the left-hand side here, but Mutalisks are starting to come into this game here with 4 in the production tab. These Hellions must get some damage done here for MMA, but as we can see, there's already units here for Life. He's expecting this type of play, and that's very easily dealt with here. And with the Mutalisks popping out, this will be pushed back very easily.
That's right. So still not a lot of economic damage done to Life. And, you know, we always talk about how he's an aggressive Zerg. He's in your face. He's sneaky. He's cheesy. But really, this guy is fantastic at macro play, too. If you don't kill any of his drones, he's as scary as any other Zerg in the world.
And even though this game may look very equal for the majority of people right now, the big difference are those upgrades. Once these 2-2 upgrades complete here for Life, every fight he takes will be so cost efficient here. He's going to get fantastic trades with MMA, and that's where he's going to start to, you know, further his lead.
Well, MMA right now pushing down. He does have quite a few medevacs. Probably going to look to push back some of this creep. And if he can do that, it's going to be really nice for him. These bases are kind of close together. Not a lot of creep at the moment, but it looks like Life wants to come in and try to kill this army off.
Yeah, there's not a lot here from MMA. He boosts back towards his Hellions and actually give a bit of support in this fight here. Life is fighting in this army and he pushes his back once again. How much and how many reinforcements does MMA have here to help out? As once these buildings go down, that is it. And there's a lot of units here for MMA.
Oh, that's right. Already 2 medevacs picked off right now, though. So Life did do some damage with this. He got rid of all the Hellions as well. So those are some strong kills. But overall, MMA still fine.
All right, the game continues on here. Those upgrades about to kick in here for Life, +2 attack finishing. He's getting his air upgrades for his Mutalisks. And at this point here, MMA needs to start dealing damage here to Life. He really hasn't been able to do too much in this game. He's got fantastic production set up, but he's just slightly behind the curve here. 20 supply behind. Life going in again.
And he does get a nice surround off these Mutalisks pushing forward right now. Life trying to mix it up more and more and more. Some few Banelings coming up. The Marine count is getting a little bit lower, but reinforcements do come in, and it looks like he will hold on.
Yeah, trades once again here, and Life kind of winning these fights. He's extended his lead by a 30-odd supply hit. Scan from MMA, having a quick look in between the bases here. What kind of units do we have? How kind of saturated is that 4th base? And he sees there's no gases on that 4th base. A pretty big tell here for MMA to slow down the aggression a lot. Knowing that Life's Zerg count could be a little bit low, that there isn't full saturation on that base. He doesn't need to keep on being hyper-aggressive. He maybe feels that he's a little bit closer in this game than he was first anticipating.
Yeah, I think you are definitely right about that. He's got to watch out for the mass amounts of Zerglings, but hold on, we do have the Mutas going into the main base, multiple turrets going up, but they're a little bit too late. He will get right into this main mineral line and be able to, not quite take out the turret. Very nice repair by MMA, but he will lose quite a few SCVs.
Yeah, losing 5 so far, and he is going to continue to lose some. That turret getting very, very low, but with more SCVs coming to repair, he will hold on from this point, but he did lose 7 SCVs there, and as you can see, the supply still furthering for Life here, 180 to 140. MMA does have those 2 upgrades complete now, so the upgrade advantage pretty much disappeared here for Life.
That's right. He's fought right back into this game. Still no 4th base for MMA, but that's okay because Life hasn't taken his 5th yet. When Life does end up doing that, though, it's really going to split him up from where he's got most of his defense.
All right, well, Mutalisk looking for some weaknesses, and that is a naked mineral line. No defense there, but Life may not have quite seen that, as doesn't want to overcommit, does not want to lose these Mutalisks.
Oh, and he is flying in right now. Ooh, some Widow Mines there. He's got to be very careful. MMA on top of his micro. Oh, Life may be going for a big attack. Bringing these Lings in to set off some Widow Mines. Doesn't succeed on all of them.
No, those 2 Widow Mines are huge right now. They need to detonate onto these buildings, otherwise they're going to come crashing through. First 2 players got some really good hits here. One of the Widow Mines goes down. There's only 1 left, and that is a lot of Banelings here, Autosis.
It certainly is, but we do still have a Widow Mine up there. In the meantime, MMA is trying to do another drop over at Life's side of the map. Will this bring Life home with his Mutalisks, though? It looks like yes, it will.
Yes, it will. That gives MMA some more time to increase his army strength and kind of prepare his defensive once again. This drop, beautiful here from MMA, buying himself some necessary time.
All right, it looks like MMA going to push out down his 3rd base ramp, trying to push back these Lings and Banes. Does successfully do so, and he's got a great defensive position here, Paul. I think the attack timing for Life has actually come and gone. He has to back up and find a new strategy.
He's chosen the infestation pit here, going to go into high blood. Hold that thought. Life is going to decide to attack up into this. There's a lot of Marines up here. The Widow Mines go in and they get some pretty good connections.
Oh my God, the Banelings rolling forward, trying to get all these Marines, even some SCVs being taken out. This Thor being targeted down, picked up by MMA. Some great micro with these medevacs.
And the Thor goes down, but there's still a lot of Mutalisks here. How many Marines are going to actually hold on? Life has a supply advantage, but MMA starting to push him back from this 3rd base.
That's right, but look at the supply, Apollo. MMA is so far behind, over 60 supply down. Does bro these Widow Mines, they get taken out by the Mutalisks. More and more Lings coming up, and Life presses his advantage. GG!
All right, time to begin map number 2.
All right, over here in the bottom right of Catalina. Make some noise for StarTale Life. And his opponent over on the left-hand side of the map, the Terran player from Team Acer, it's MMA!
the past has been well known for his Terran versus Zerg, his multiple medevac drops, his highlighted aggression, and he really needs to rely on that here today. But we haven't seen a lot of Terran versus Zerg from MMA in recent times here. It's been a lot of Terran versus Terran, it's been a lot of Terran versus Protoss.
Well, that is kind of something we've seen quite a bit of this year. You know, Terrans have really made a big resurgence, MMA being at the forefront of that at this point. But, you know, this has been a tough map for Zergs. We've seen quite a few of them veto it in various terms. Of course, here at the BlizzCon World Championship Finals, you can't veto anything. You got to play every map, and you got to play it like it's your last. So what, Apollo, does Life do here to try to take this game? Where is his best chance?
I think aggression again here. I think that MMA, Artosis, is very, very emotionally invested into winning BlizzCon. He wants it more than anything else. He's mentioned how he's potentially thinking of retiring coming next year. It's all or nothing for him. If he was to lose this next map to some type of all-in, I think it would really rock his confidence against Life.
I have to agree with you there. You know, if you lose that game where you went for a very strong Hellbat push in game number 1, gave yourself a good chance to kill him off early and start the series off right, and then on the map that you chose, the map that you feel most comfortable on, and you don't even get to play Zergs on that much because it is a bit Terran favored, you can't lose that map. You can't come back against Life in a situation like that.
So we're going to have to keep our eyes on if we see that aggression come out from Life. We see pretty much the regular build coming out from Life here. Hatchery first, and then we saw the spawning pool, then slightly after was the gas, the extractor, to bring in the Vespian gas, whereas on the other side of things, MMA chosen command center first here on a map that more so favors the same build we saw previously in the Reaper opening because of how easy it is to scout, to go in, to find out and figure out what your opponent's doing. Why do you think that is?
Well, Apollo, I have to say, I think that these two, these are very seasoned tournament veterans, okay? These guys travel all around the world. They both won countless titles. They both just play at the absolute maximum level of this game. And I think that this finals here at BlizzCon is a battle of wills. This is a bunch of mind games. They want to trick and out-trick each other and get that mental advantage, knowing how much pressure there is in front of the biggest audience we've seen in StarCraft II to date.
Oh, Artosis, you know how to play a crowd.
Thank you, Apollo.
All right, build's starting to take shape now. We have the second gas being taken from second gas on the natural here. Actually, I was a little bit confused there. Second gas by MMA, hiding it away from Life here. Whereas Life has just got his Zergling speed on the way, third hatchery coming in, and it's going to be quite important to try to figure out what MMA's up to here. With the second gas, he once again opens up his options. He can afford to get the starport down here. He can afford to build up the Hellion count and switch into Hellbats again.
That's right.
He could go into Banshee play. There's multiple different choices he can make.
Yeah, there's quite a few possibilities here. What would you prefer on a map like Catalina? Do you want to see the heavy Banshee, Hellion harassment, or would you prefer that he goes for another push like we saw in the last game?
I think Hellion Banshee can be quite good, but by the looks of it, I mean, he's already chosen my answer for me. It's going to be potentially very similar here to what we saw previously. Both are kind of good. I do like aggression coming out from MMA. The second to third base is quite far away from each other. It's not as easy as a creep spread. There's chances to either use the Banshees in the main base because of the airspace. There are chances here from MMA to get damage done for sure.
Well, we do have a medevac on the way. A couple Widow Mines being produced right now. Something we definitely have seen on this map in the past, can be used very effectively to pressure and sometimes even in medevac drops.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to see here. But Life is trying to figure out what's going on. He's got a Overlord moving in, but he switches back. He sees the Tech Lab and Stim being researched. And then he's going to see the factory moving over. The Widow Mines just down that route.
Ooh, he needs to hide those Widow Mines. You don't want to show those Widow Mines. Okay.
I think he may have just missed it, but he saw the starport. And is going to start to wonder what's going on. He's added on a Bailey Nest very early and started Zergling production. Life smells what MMA is up to.
Well, MMA bringing over this medevac right now with a couple of Widow Mines. No detection right now for Life, so that could turn into being a big deal.
Yeah, he cannot let these land. Absolutely cannot let these land.
A lot of Zerglings being produced right now. He doesn't have any extra creep spread in his main base. The Hellion's going to try to maybe draw attention, but the medevac not being able to get anything off so far.
This is a lot of Zerglings that Life is building here. It's almost more than you need to defend, Artosis.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Apollo. We may be seeing a Baneling bust come coming out of life here.
I think that's what we are going to see here. The type of attack that MMA went for didn't do anything. He's invested resources into it.
MMA knows. He's going for a siege tank, Apollo. That is exactly the unit you want to be able to stop a Baneling bust. Putting that on your high ground, it can splash and kill so many Banelings that the Zerg just won't be able to break you.
All right, well, let's find out. Is this going to work or not? So many Zerglings have been made. He's 68 already. The tank, though, on a map like this, on a map that has a small choke area just underneath the second base, the second expansion for MMA, it's going to be very difficult to make work here. The medevac trying to still plant the Widow Mines, but here comes the flood.
At least it's nice that he doesn't have the Widow Mines at home. Those help out a lot as well. Ooh, the siege tank going on the low ground. The siege tank moving out. This is going to be bad.
This is huge for Life. Life knows, and now he's going to try and get a full surround. This is so big for Life.
This is huge. Life surrounding the army. The Banelings coming in, going up the ramp. Another siege tank is out, but he busts through that wall, and there are no units to protect this siege tank.
He's keeping the Banelings next to the siege tank, and MMA has walked into this attack. He had no idea what was happening, and he's in so much trouble right now. His complete base is exposed. Widow Mines come to help, but the flood is here. The natural has been exposed. The main base is being absolutely destroyed.
There are so many Zerglings in here. He is killing off so much. All the SCVs being involved.
To that $100,000 first place prize.
Down here in the bottom right of Foxtrot Labs, it is none other than StarTale Life. And his opponent in the top left, our Terran player yet to put a victory on the board. Make some noise for Acer MMA.
And this is where it all matters now here for MMA. And as much as the pressure's on him, Artosis, Life already deciding to take the game into his own hands here. He's moving out with a drone very, very early. And from what we saw against Tasia, I think we might have an insight into what we're going to see.
Do you think that this is going to be a proxy hatch, or maybe is he trying to just scout and see what's going on?
Artosis, I think it's going to be a proxy hatchery.
Oh my God, that would just be awesome. I would love to see it. Is Drone, though, kind of sitting at home? Well, I mean, that's closer to MMA than the hatchery in his base, so in some manner of speaking, you're right.
I wish it was what we thought it could have been. But he's come back here. The game's going to just be a standard one here. Reaper opening coming out from MMA. And he's going to be trying to figure out, of course, what Life's up to. What are some of the key components here for MMA to really think about playing in these positions on this map?
Well, you know, you do have that wide open choke point at your natural base, so it can be hard to actually wall that off quickly against quick speedling attacks or anything like that. Of course, where do you take your third base is one of the biggest questions here. Do you kill the rocks and go down? Just like right there that our wonderful observer is showing us here. I believe it is Funka. And do you take maybe the gold base, which is to the left there, which is, you know, the gold base, though, is a little bit crazy. You can see it is so easy to attack it from all angles, from high ground, behind the minerals. It's a hard one to take, but again, that's why I feel like this is a life map. That's the type of base you can take as a Zerg and stay on the aggressive side of things and, you know, get an advantage.
Yeah, and just remember the way that the map order was selected is Life chose map 1, won it, and then he won his opponent's map, and then got to choose the third map, which we're in currently. And Life wanted to play Foxtrot, as you said, plays to his strengths.
Well, right now we do have a Reaper coming in. Of course, Reaper's quite good on this map, going to be able to scout what's going on, as well as have a bunch of jump-in points, so can be quite annoying to deal with these. I don't expect it's going to do a lot of damage, though.
No, I shouldn't get too much done here. There is a drone that's very low on health on this natural, and it is going to be hunted down, but these two Zerglings here for protection as they chase around the gas here, taking a lot of damage themselves, though, and MMA very close to getting a kill here.
Ooh, gets a Zergling, but it looks like that's it for now. Very, very close. Great micro by both sides.
He comes in and tries to poke in, but will have to return out here. Single gas by MMA at this point. He usually is looking to take a second one. And he's moving Marines into position again to deny scouting, and there is the second gas coming in. So MMA not really playing to the more standard of openings here, which we see the single gas and third command center just a safer, well, not really safer, but more economy opening focused.
Yeah, you know what? I gotta say, even though this isn't quite as standard, and even though MMA has lost both previous games, I like what he's doing, Apollo, opening up with a Reaper into a little bit more tech. I feel like that's something that's good against Life. You know, a lot of times Life goes low eco or goes for something that's so greedy that you can punish it with a build like this, but so far MMA just hasn't been able to put anything together.
Well, MMA is going to try the same build that he used in the previous game here. He's got 2 Widow Mines on way. Of course, the Starport and the Medivac's going to follow. And we'll see what success he can get, because he didn't really get anything from this previous game. And then, of course, he walked into that attack from Life. And the Overlord trying to figure out what's going on. 2 extra Marines come in. And he's going to scout the Starport again here.
Oh, very good scout, especially considering he hadn't seen those gases. Really tells him a whole lot.
And 4 additional Zerglings do get made. His response to the Starport previously is still to get that Baneling nest quite early, just in case we are to see Hellbats. Only a couple of extra drones, but mostly Zerglings here. And here comes the drop.
All right, this time, you know, he does have a little bit more in that medevac with those 4 Marines as well.
Yeah.
Just a slight variation on what we saw in that last game. In the meantime, Life is pushing his creep, destroying these rocks so he can defend that third base as well. But he's really got to be careful here about this drop. Once again, the Widow Mines are quite a threat because there's no detection for Zerg yet.
And right now, we've got MMA, who's pulling the attention of Life towards the second and third base with his Hellions and Reaper. And then he's planning to drop inside the main base here. The Medivac or Natural. Here it comes. He's going to boost in. He's going to drop the Widow Mines.
Oh, one Widow Mine gets down, and it does, in fact, bro. The Queen goes up. Looks like she'll take the shot. The other Widow Mine, oh, he's not dropping. Kind of a delay here by MMA, but he does drop out that Widow Mine, and 4 drones killed. A very nice shot.
Very good there. And then the Queen inside the main base as well. These 4 Marines doing the work. And even more drones can go down here. So an excellent, successful drop here from MMA.
Certainly it is. The Speedlings coming in with the Queens will, in fact, clean this up. But he had to make spores. He had to, ooh, that's really close. That's really close to going up. Ooh. Oh, that was a bit nerve-wracking, Apollo.
Too close for comfort there. But damage dealt there by MMA. That's a good start for him. Of course, if that had gone wrong, this series is getting worse and worse and worse. But good start. He's got his upgrades on the way. Noticeably, no third command center, if I'm not mistaken, from what I can tell on the minimap here. It's pure barracks. It's pure production. It's a single engineer made. And he is just ramping up his unit production very, very early on in this game.
It looks like he wants to go for a massive attack here, Apollo. This could be a scary one for Life to try to hold on against. But you know what? Life is getting 1-1. Those should finish up right around the time that MMA is really pressuring. So at least his upgrades are going well, and his production should also.
I feel like this type of attack is very easy to deal with if you're Life, if you know what's going on. But he's got no indication. He's got no overlords close to MMA. He's got no way to scout this out. The only way he's going to do it is if he builds an Overseer or sneaks a Zergling in. The layer's not close. The pressure is continuing. And Life, who's going to be building a lot of drones at this point, because you're expecting the third command center, you're expecting the double engineering bay. But it is the complete opposite here. That single Zergling on the other side of the map could be one way that he gets a scout on this. But if he doesn't, he will get stung by this.
You are so right, Apollo. We see drone after drone after drone created here by Life, just kind of refilling, getting his army, his economy going. But where is his army? He doesn't have much to speak of. He is starting Baneling speed. He is getting a Spire, and even taking a 4th base. But I got to tell you, that 4th base is never going to live against a build like this from MMA.
Absolutely not. The armory's coming in, so we can build Hellbats with this mix as well. But here comes another drop that's going to continue the pressure here. Any kill, any way to slow down Life is going to increase the value of this next push that's going to come out here. And look at that position of these Marines here.
That Marauder just being in the way for everything. Oh my God, he takes out so many Lings and the Banelings. This is a super powerful attack by MMA, and he is dealing critical damage to Life.
And the armory's about to finish, so these units can turn into Hellbats too. There's a lot of reinforcements coming away here for MMA as well. Oh, Life is up against it right now. This is a very difficult attack. Banelings are being moved. Baneling speed must be very close to finishing as well. But he's lost 13 drones in this. He's lost a lot of units as well. Here is the main attack.
Look at this supply, Apollo. Right now, MMA in the lead by 50 supply. He's done a ton
of damage to life. His army is so scary with these Hellbats, with this +1 attack. He's pushing forward, and I don't know that life can stop him.
If MMA does not make this work, he's got not a lot left in this game. He needs to make it work, and it looks like he can. He's got so many units here. Bailing's speed is finished. Can they get the detonations? Link's coming from right to try to help out.
A beautiful flank there by Life, but will it be enough? Still Hellbats left alive. Beautiful micro here by MMA, picking up those Hellbats, redriving them. Link's coming up, but MMA just has too much.
He has way too much, and he's going to take out the Bailing nets, and that is the only way to deal with Marines at this point. Mules are coming out, but they're not going to be too helpful here. Marines here without combat shields are still going to do the work.
Choices to defend. Well, here we are on map 4. In the top right, leading 2-1. Our Zerg player makes some noise for StarTale Light. And his opponent down in the bottom center of our map, our Terran player winning the last game. It's Acer MMA.
And of course, the further we go into this series, the more intense it gets for both players here. MMA winning this one will equalize the series after losing the first 2 games, and Life, of course, winning puts him just 1 map away from being the 2014 world champion. What strategies are we going to see? Because we haven't seen anything too crazy yet in this series. We haven't seen any double barracks play from MMA, which he has been known to do. We haven't seen anything too wild from Life in terms of the early game either.
Yeah, that is true, Apollo. I want to venture a guess and say I think it might be time for like a Roach Baneling all-in here. I think it's a good map for it. You know, you're close enough that you can get across the map quite quickly, and the ramp leading up to the natural, it's pretty big.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think that is a very powerful strategy to use on this map. And as much as Life could be thinking about using that, I think MMA is also thinking that is a very, good possibility to see this come through here. So definitely both players going to be thinking about these possible options here. As MMA can take 2 gases very early on and could play a Hellion Banshee opening, which is quite good against that, but he is just taking a single gas, which would push him away from that. But look at this. On a map that is known for its type of aggression, it's known for its even 2 barracks play. We see 3 hatcheries, then the extractor, then the spawning pool coming out from Life.
Well, he got that Overlord down there, scouted in the right direction, and when he saw it, he was like, I'm not going to sit here on 2 bases and take a reasonably timed third. I need a quick third here to counter your fast command center. So I like what I'm seeing from Life here, but he's got to continue to scout. We saw that was his hole on Foxtrot. He simply didn't know what was coming from MMA.
Well, the benefits here from Life is he won't reap the benefits of the economy straight away here from 3 hatcheries, but what he will get is the much, much faster lava injects across 3 hatcheries, which gives him a lot of different ways to play with this. He can use that for a lot of drones, and then further his economy, he could use that for a lot of units to be aggressive with. So a good advantage that he'll take with these 3 hatcheries, just seeing where he'll want to put that advantage.
Yeah, it looks like MMA is scouting right now, trying to figure out what's going on. I think he already has a pretty good idea of what's happening, going in that natural, not seeing a queen. Kind of points towards the fact that this could definitely be a quick 3 hatch. So it looks like he will back up with that SCV for now and just continue on his tech route with his second gas.
Yeah, second gas coming in now. So once again, MMA going to open up his options. He's decided not to play for 3 command center builds in this game. It's always about getting that starport nice and early and trying to deal damage and then kind of taking it from there, whether he's successful or not. So we should be seeing that starport come in, and he does have multiple options again to choose from, whether it be the Widowmine play, if he wants to try to go for a Banshee opening, maybe a Hellbat usage as well. So a good couple of choices.
Well, he does throw down, I think it is going to be Hellion Banshee. We see this time he is going for the starport once again, but watching this barracks fly over next to the starport points towards Banshee play, where you can make the tech lab and then switch the add-ons.
And if we were to see aggression come out from Life, the Hellion Banshee's pretty good, obviously. The Banshee can deal a lot of damage against these aggressive units, but scouting is still very important from both sides here. Life has an Overlord coming in to try to figure out what's going on. Likewise, MMA with his first couple of Hellions needs to feel out the game here a little bit more. See where the money's being spent, where that lava is going to be spent. And this Overlord, it's going to get the scouts.
Yeah, it looks like without any issues whatsoever, he's going to see that this is in fact going to be Hellion Banshee, and that is a huge amount of information. You need to know that as a Zerg. Even sees Cloak on the way. Of course, that could be canceled by MMA, but he's got to prepare for it no matter what.
All right, second Tech Lab down nice and early on that barracks as well, so he's going to be able to get Stim into this game, and already switching up the barracks play, so he's gone Hellion Banshee into more unit production, and again, hiding away from that third command center. Important just to keep that at the back of your mind here. Double engineering bay after that. And this, again, is building up towards a 2-base timing autosis. I've seen this a couple of times from MMA, an innovation alike, where he waits until his 1-1 upgrades are done, and then he hits hard when those upgrades are complete. Life gonna need to try to figure this out, but in the meantime, he's got Hellion Banshee to deal with.
You know what? I think he'll deal with it all right. He's already got 4 queens. The creep spread's pretty good. He's got his speed. He's making spore crawlers. He's going to be fine against that. But this 1-1 timing attack you're talking about here, Apollo, that's the real scary thing happening in this game right now.
Yeah, he cannot be late on his bailing nest. He cannot be late on bailing speed. This type of attack is designed to kill when those upgrades are complete. And because you don't have a third command center, because you don't want to further your upgrades, it is all about the kill. And if you don't kill, you will lose this game. A very important moment, a very bold choice of strategy here for MMA. The bailing nest comes in, of course, going to be very important to get that bailing speed instantly. But how many drones does he make? Does he even figure this out? Does he not know at all?
I don't think he knows. He could be sniffing it out a little bit. When you go Banshee Hellion, a lot of times you see more than 4 Hellions. A lot of times you see more than 1 Banshee. Hasn't seen either of those, so he might be putting 2 and 2 together here and saying, oh, this could be some other type of aggression with this opening as a feint.
All right, well, Hellions controlling the middle of the map here. The regular timing, by the way, of a third base is around, it can be as early as 9 minutes 30, it can be as late as 11 minutes, so that is kind of the timing where his strategy becomes exposed because there is no third base. Another Overlord goes down, another way to be eliminated in choosing and finding out what's going on and what to do. Units starting to be made here by Life, but it's not to deal with this push.
No, this is just some extra units he wants on the map. He's even taking another base. This is actually looking really, really bad right now for Life. I'm not sure he's going to be able to hold on, Apollo.
Yeah, a couple of comfort banelings being morphed here just to have them, just in case something, maybe a couple of units pushed out here. And this movement there by MMA is almost selling the story of he's about to take his third base, clearing it away. There are 2 tanks with this as well, which are going to support MMA. Will he make this work? If he does, it's gonna be 2-2. The upgrades are completed. This is the time when MMA must move out and he must try to find the victory to tie this series up.
Well, he is moving out with those medevacs right now. Might do a little drop harassment to start this out. The Zergling realizing, wait, where is this third command center? So he's waiting for a drop. Should be able to deflect this for now, but still, the incoming attack is what's really scary.
And because there's 2 extra hatcheries on top of the 3 that is pretty standard, there's a lot of production around for Life. As well as MMA's executed this in terms of the strategy and the build around it, he's not hitting as furiously as he needs to be right now. Well, his 1-1 upgrades, the advantage is gone. Life will have 1-1. Life has bailing speed. Life has a lot of bailings. This is getting a little bit scary. And those tanks that MMA is building, they have to hit the bailings.
They absolutely must. You're supposed to push out the second you hit your 1-1, but MMA is a bit slow. We have this great creep spread. Suddenly, things are looking up for Life. He's got a nice big army, more mutas on the way as well to help out.
Here we go. This is a big push. Remember, it's all about this push here for MMA. Is he going to make it work? There's a lot of bailings now. There's even mulas coming in, 9 of them as well to help deal with this. There's 26 bailings on the field. Is MMA going to make this work?
Well, I'm not so sure about that. He is trying to abuse this area, the 4th base. But the thing is, he doesn't have a 3rd base behind this. If he was doing this with a 3rd base landed in mining, this would be really scary for Life. But as is, even if he loses this, he can still win this game.
Oh, Life's moving his units down south here, and he's going for a counterattack by the looks of it. The wall is closed off. There are some units here to push these back. but he's also going to come in from different angles. Now, going to start to go in with the Banelings, and they get some pretty decent hits.
Yeah, look how big his army is, Apollo, pushing forward. It loses a few Banelings a little bit sloppily and loses this hatch. So still, MMA in this game fighting forward.
Yeah, that attack maybe not the wisest there from Life. He lost a lot without really doing that much, and he lost that fourth. But remember, no third command center, no 2-2 upgrade. It's all about this push. It is always only going to be about this push. Mule is getting into the SCV line here, really slowing down the income from MMA and forcing him to come back to defend.
You cannot be losing your SCVs like this. You need to keep the pressure on much better than that. These Mutalists doing a fantastic job, but he spent a lot of money on him. Will he have enough Banelings to crush through this?
He's on creep, and Banelings go through. They get a couple of good hits to start off.
That is a good amount of Banelings. They are rolling forward, but still the Siege Tanks and Marines, they continue to press. The Mutalists, where are they? They need to come back and help out.
They do, and these Banelings come riding through again. How much are they going to get done? Not too much there, and MMA pulls back. A pretty good hit in the center there, but Banelings bring it down. Hardly anything here. The Marines bringing down the Mutalists, and MMA pushes through again.
Oh, some nice Baneling connections, though. Not that many Marines left. More links coming out. The Mutalists coming down. Where's the anti-air here from MMA? Oh, there it is, Apollo coming up. The reinforcements right on time.
There's still 30 Marines on this map, but there's a lot of Zerglings, there's a lot of Bins, and they come to push his back once again. MMA picks up to get out. Where is he going? He's going to get chased into the main base. That medevac is very low at the front, and it is going to get taken down here, and so are the rest.
Uh-oh, this is bad news right now for MMA. Losing his entire army, every Marine taken down. Short of all time crowned.
All right, here we go, Artosis. This could be the last game of BlizzCon and the WCS for 2014. Let's make some noise for these players. Up here to the top right, as the blue Zerg player playing for StarTale, it's live!
And his opponent in the bottom left for Acer. If he loses this, he is out. He needs your support, so make some noise. It is MMA.
A year's worth of playing within the WCS system has come very close to its end here. MMA started off in Season 1 with a second place to MC in Europe. He dropped out in the round of 32 in Season 2, which put his BlizzCon hopes almost completely out the window, but he turned it around with a victory in Season 3. Life, on the other hand, started the year incredibly strong as well. He got a top 4 within the GSL in Season 1, and then got a top 12 finish as well, which is a very respectable finish. But then he dropped out of the GSL come Season 3 and started to travel abroad. He went to Intel Extreme Masters, he traveled to DreamHack to pick up points, which he managed to just scrape in to BlizzCon, coming in as ranked number 14 here. Well, 2 very different years, 2 very different stories.
He's certainly a player that deserves it, Apollo, to be here at BlizzCon with so many great players from around the world trying to get these spots. I would still feel weird if Life hadn't made it. He's been just completely out of control since he really first popped on the scene so long ago.
That's right, and that was the area where he was able to pick up so many tournaments in a row. I think he won about 5 tournaments in the span of 6 months during his dominant reign. And Life, here we are again in 2014, very close to picking up another title. He did pick up DreamHack Bucharest earlier on this year, but this would be the cherry on the cake here if he's able to win this. But here we go, the openings have been chosen. Spawn and pull first here. Bit of a more safer opening here for Life in case we were to run into a double barracks, but also Zerglings can be used aggressively if they do manage to run past this Reaper.
That's right. He is running a couple down. I don't know that they're going to get past the Reaper, though. Looks like he's going to pass him right by and realize what's going on. Oh, Skip's going through the watchtower.
Artosis, this is... Well, there is a Marine on the way, so shouldn't be too difficult. He didn't build the reactor and factory instantly, which could have been his downfall.
It's funny how bad that would have been for him, in fact. You are right about that. But luckily with this Marine, he'll be able to save the SCV without too much trouble.
And the Marine takes a good few hits here, but he's more worried about the SCV not building the command center than losing the Marine here. He's just going to kind of bring it to the Reaper, sacrifice the Marine, and then pick up these 2 Zerglings with the Reaper. Yeah. And hopefully not lose too much mining time, or building time, should I say, on this command center. So well done there by MMA.
Yeah, losing 0 building time, quite well done. But you know what? That was completely worth the 2 Zerglings. We were talking about how Reaper normally doesn't even kill 1 Zergling really at the top. Well, when 2 run across the map like that and he comes home, you're happy to give him up.
All right, 3 command center build for the first time in this series coming out from MMA here off the back of that Reaper expansion. Of course, this build very vulnerable to different types of bailing attacks, roach bailing attacks. This Reaper important to try to figure out what's going on in combination with the Hellions, which we will be seeing very, very shortly here. But that couple of Zerglings, Artosis, did they see this 3rd command center?
I believe so, yeah. They did, in fact, see it. So maybe a little bit sloppy from MMA, putting it so close, but he wants to be able to float it when he wants. But still, this is... I like that MMA is doing what you suggested, Apollo. He's going back into more of a macro-centric play. He actually wants to play his longer game.
But does Live capitalize on this now? This is an opportunity to do so. There's the Baneling Nest. There's the Extractor coming in. He's scouted it. He's going to try to punish it. If he does, this means he will be the world champion of 2014. This Reaper incredibly important. What information is he going to get? He goes into the main base.
If he can scout that sinking gas in the Baneling Nest, it's huge. He'll have to give it up. He does see gases mining, but doesn't really tell the whole story, though.
It doesn't know that. Oh, the Hellions, though. They're in the drone line. They get 4 or 5 drones there, and also they see the Baneling Nest. The scouting comes from the Hellions here. Oh, a massive scout here from MMA. But scouting and knowing is half the battle. He's got to get his defense ready. He's got to prepare back at home.
Well, I don't think it'll be too hard for him to do that, Apollo. That was great scouting, being able to see what's going on. Will Life still do it? It looks like he may, in fact. He's making 22 Zerglings. He may just go all in.
Does MMA know exactly what he's playing against? He saw the Baneling Nest, but he's added on double engineering bay. There are no bunkers coming in. He's seen the structure there.
Oh no.
He knows he's been scouted. He knows he's been exposed from the 3rd command center, but he's not preparing his defenses. Maybe he's not exactly sure what this is.
MMA absolutely must start bunkers right now, or Life has a great chance of breaking through and winning the World Championships. 22 more lings on the way.
Oh,
he is not, he's not pulling any punches here.
Here comes a bunker, but a little bit too late here. There's only 1, and that is not going to be enough. There's no really late production. He's playing so greedy. The Hellions, they see 1 circle, but they don't see the rest. He really doesn't know what's going on.
That is so many Banelings to be morphing, Apollo.
The Hellions miss it again, and Life is moments away here from being the champion. If this works, he's going to cast a flood. Oh, he sees the Zerglings here, but the Banelings, MMA now knows what's going on, but does he have the defense ready? He's got hardly any units.
Apollo, here he comes. That's a lot of Banelings, and it looks like he's going to be able to crash through this wall in a matter of seconds. The Hellions coming from behind, trying to surround these Marines. The Banelings going up this ramp, but there's so little defense from MMA.
The SCVs are running away, but there's Banelings chasing them here. He's going to try and break through into the main base. There's a good detonation to the north here. Life is bringing it to MMA right now. He's going to push through here, and once the rest of these Zerglings come through, can MMA make the hole? This is an incredibly tense moment right now. 3 Banelings about to morph.
Those 3 Banelings could be huge. They go up on 1 SCV, so that's not so good yet, but look at this.
There's nothing
all
here.
MMA's SCVs going down. He's about to lose. And Life is your world champion of StarCraft II.
And it started up here at the upper left. We have the one, the only.
And that, of
Fruit
course,
Dealer.
is Fruit Dealer.
Audience going crazy right now. Down here
Rightfully so.
at the bottom right, formerly known as Into the Rainbow, he has changed his ID. He is Hope Torture.
And I have to say, I'm a little bit excited because these are the best spots that Fruit Dealer could possibly hope for. He's as far away as you can get, and that's actually a pretty good distance away. When you're in closer positions, if he's on either side of you, then he can get into your natural extremely fast from his own natural, and that gets extremely hard to deal with. But as is, it's already looking pretty decent for Fruit Dealer as far as Delta Quadrant games go.
Yeah, definitely very far away from his opponent. He will probably be expanding here unless he does take out the destructible debris